I discovered some sort of a lump on my back. It was very small, probably the size of my baby fingernail initially. It was the same color as my skin, but it was raised, it was bumpy. I was not overly concerned about it, but it started to grow quite quickly, and it bled and it oozed. I finally went and saw my GP, and she said, "Oh yeah, you need to have that looked at." Finally, the doctor comes on the phone and she's like, "The biopsy came back, it's positive for melanoma." At that time, I didn't know a whole lot about melanoma. I didn't know how serious it was. It was a struggle to decide, given the efficacy, the low efficacy of interferon versus the side effects. I felt something's better than nothing, given the high rate of mortality for my kind of cancer. The side effects are extreme chills, aches, pains, extreme fatigue, nausea, dry mouth, lack of appetite. It was a year, and I counted down the days, literally. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've only got 4 more months to go. I've only got, and then I made it to 7 months. After 7 months, the drug failed me. It had metastasized to my liver, and I could actually feel the lesion at the back of my skull. I could feel it growing. So it was stop interferon, and I was like, yes. It didn't take that long for me to feel even a little bit better. I remember saying to someone that it's good to feel human again, not like a disease. So I went back to Dr. Song and I said, so where do we go? Where do we go now? She said, there's a clinical trial that I think you'd be a really good candidate for. So I said, sign me up. It's 4 infusions every 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, I had noticed diminishment of the lesion in my neck. I had a PET scan, and she said, if the technician didn't know that you had cancer, she wouldn't have seen it. Like, you'd be NED, which is no evidence of disease, right? So melanoma patients are never cured. We're always NED, no evidence of disease. And that's the best we could ever hope for. Feeling as horrible as I did before just sort of emphasized the fact that you have cancer. But I feel so normal, I hardly ever think about the cancer. And people look at me and they're like, wow, you look fantastic. And I'm like, you know what? I feel fantastic. This gives us hope. This clinical trial gives us hope.